What's up, guys? Welcome back to our College has Aged Me Let's Play Minecraft series. So I just made a huge mistake. I was sitting here for like 20 minutes recording another video. I set up a whole wheat farm. I started clearing out some area and just built a retaining wall around this wheat farm. And then go to edit the video and find out that it didn't record at all. So that was funny. So decided to build a wheat farm because the only food source that I had was a bunch of rotten flesh, if you remember, that we collected from a desert temple way out there. And so we need another source of food. Not thinking about using the wheat as a food source, but rather as a food source to help feed the cows and breed more cows to use those as a saturated food source. So I'm thinking about keeping these pigs here too, just because I like the pigs more as a companion as opposed to the cows. So just created this retaining wall. I'm not liking how it looks right now. I mean, I was liking the idea of having the retaining wall to make it more as a permanent installation as opposed to just the temporary, um, you know, a temporary wheat farm as I thought it was going to be. But I'm liking the idea of having this wheat farm here now. So in the last recording, I mean, the one that was actually not recording, I was explaining why I was planting these crops here in rows. I mean, it kind of looks silly, and we wonder why wouldn't I just fill in all these gaps with extra wheat? But actually, it's more efficient this way, planting it in farms. Because if you take a look at the code for the game, it actually observes the spots around it. And so if spots are located, well, let me go do for example. So like if we were, let's just delete that. Okay, so like for example, if I was to do that, what the game does is it looks at all the different corners of it of this spot, and so it looks in the x-axis and the z-axis of the spot, and if it has, or basically what happens is if it only looks at or the important spots, I guess, are going to be the ones on the same axis. So if there's other spots, if there's other seeds on the other part of the axis, then it'll grow. But if it's on two sides of the axis, so for example, here, here and here, it'll actually, this spot in the middle will grow less efficiently than the other spots. So that's why I have the farm the way that I do, just because I want to increase the efficiency. And something funny here is I noticed that the farm animals around here just keep jumping on these plots and then causing the farm to, well, the seeds to pop out of the ground. And that's not what I like. But I don't want to kill these animals just because it's nice having them roam around the area. But I am probably going to lure them out of here and just create a fenced-in area. So I do have a little cobblestone path. Going to improve on that later. My thoughts were to have just building a house over here. I didn't know if I wanted it on the land or not, but I was thinking about making it underground here in this area. I cleared all this area out just because there was a little patch of coal in here that I wanted, and then also I'm probably going to start building my house underground. So it's going to be a little bit of a neat hobbit hole, and it'll also be a nice area to access our mine once we create it. So my original plan was to have that in the next episode, but since I don't have any of that footage here for um, well, my wheat farm footage, I'll probably make it up by creating another episode. So probably going to create my little hobbit hole. So I'll collect a bunch of resources and get ready for that. So let me. Maybe I should craft it into bread. So let me get some food, let me get more resources, and then I will be back with you when it's all done. So I kind of feel like this series is just going to consist of a lot of, well, that's a good, that's good enough. And I'm probably going to have a lot of incomplete projects here. But right at the beginning, I think I'm biting off a little more than I can chew. I want to clear out this whole area down here and then make a make my little base in here. I'm thinking about making like a little hobbit hole, and then off to the sides of each of the room, I'll have like little other rooms, compartments full of chests and places where I can store all my items. But that's going to be a like a pretty big project for being the first, base here on the single player map. But I'm just clearing out this as quickly as I can with my little stone tools. Kind of wishing I had more resources in order to do this, but I'm really liking this idea of having this little hobbit hole here. I just don't know exactly how big I want to make it because I could make a little dirt house on the surface, but honestly, that doesn't look pretty at all. So I just want to have this little area here and just make it look all nice. So it's good that we're building like on this hill just because we have all of this space I know above where we can build whatever we wanted. In fact, this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I need to clear this out one more and then one and then we have another space here. Okay, perfect. So it's going to be like a little circular room-ish, but I didn't want to make it too big of a circle. I just want to have enough space now at the beginning in order to just have what I want in the middle, make it look all pretty, and then we can kind of branch out from there. So I'm going to clear this spot out, collect a bunch more resources, and then I'll get back to you, and then we can figure out what we're going to do next. All right, welcome back. So I am here just collecting more wheat in order to get all the food. I do only have 4 wheat in my inventory right now, but I do have a couple, at least a stack of the wheat that I have from before, and then a lot of seed from replanting all of that wheat. And you do see I've collected a lot of cobblestone and some gravel and a lot of dirt. I've been busy clearing out that inner area where I want to build my home, my little hobbit hole I'm thinking about turning it into. But one thing I don't like about Minecraft is, well, it's interesting and all, but these huge trees, it's just going to be a real pain to take down. I mean, I know it gives me a lot more wood, and I really do need the wood in order to start building my home. But at the same time, it's such a pain trying to tear these trees down. But let's not take care of that for now. Let me just show you what I've cleared out already. So as I mentioned before, we wanted to make a little circular area in here, and then eventually we're going to have like branches out in each direction. Might have to do with, like rooms for chests, or maybe the area in order to go down to our mine. But haven't yet decided on that. But I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to do with the center part. Thinking about making like a ring of some sort, and then just kind of have like a step down. Maybe build some decorative items, or maybe create like a little indoor pond of some sort and raise up the roof a couple more blocks. So that's something to look forward to, I think, in the near future. I'm probably going to finish that up soon in this episode, but I just wanted to give you a progress report before I start going back and getting more of these resources. So I had mentioned in the last episode that I am getting better, which is good. So I'm not as sick. I'm really happy about that because I am going back into work pretty soon. And so, as I mentioned in the last episode, it is pretty difficult when working with a head cold, especially when, well, right now they have me training some people in work. So having to work with their limitations, or not limitations, but working to their level and not working to the speed that I've kind of been used to is kind of difficult. And then answering the same questions and making sure that they're all prepared and understand what they're doing. That's kind of difficult too. But really looking forward to going back into work tomorrow and getting this episode up online. But let's go ahead and I'm going to clear up or collect more resources, and then we can figure out what we're going to do on the inside in our little hobbit home. So I'll get back to you once I've collected enough resources to get started on building that home. All right, so the first thing that we probably want to work on would probably be the door, so the entrance to our home. So I'd already noticed that I guess we didn't build it on the same level as the water, which is fine. We just kind of think, I probably think that, the pathway is going to be walking up in this direction, and then we'll probably make a staircase up to the door. So that's not that big of a problem. I just kind of noticed that as I was walking over here earlier. So let's go ahead and start crafting, let's see, some doors here so that once we do get it all set up, we can just go ahead and install the doors. So on either side, we probably want like some sort of frame, and I'm thinking about creating like more of an overhang here, just changing the landscape to over, or go over that. So let's go ahead and we'll just create like a frame on this side. Let's get rid of that one, and then just put down another bit there. So let's go ahead and put that in. So that'll be an okay doorway, I guess, to start it out. Let's go ahead and put that in. Now I'm thinking, should it go in this way or should it be the other way? Probably this way. We'll put it in that. I'm thinking about, do we want to have it open inward or open outward? So I guess we're going to have it open inward. So that's good. Let's go ahead and add in this little overhang here. I'm probably going to have to change the types of the materials inside that area too. Okay. Bam. Bam. Okay. And then probably try to encase this a little bit more. Maybe I need more dirt. Okay. Let's just go ahead and put that in. I don't think we need that one. Should we change this material type? I would think so. Let's put in some cobblestone here. And then also some staircases. Stairs there. Change that, or we get rid of that one at least. And then, yeah, I think we're going to have to work on this overhang here. So you probably want like that going on. We'll just have to wait for like the the grass to grow. But I'm thinking about having like an overhang kind of like that. So it's not like a building that jets out, but rather it's a building that's built into the wall. So, okay, let's get my shovel. Oh, that's nearly dead. So if we cleared that out, perfect. Okay, and then we could probably have another staircase. Oh, once I destroy that, it destroys the doors. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And then replace the doors. And like that. Okay. And now we come inside to the room. Got to replace the flooring. And then let's remake the shovel. Probably only need one shovel actually. But let's make another pickaxe just in case. Okay. So next, I'm trying to figure out what I want to use in order to, I guess, fill in the inside of the house. I'm thinking about making it look kind of rustic. Although one of the big, I think, influences for this house was going to be like The Hobbit. So like the Hobbit hole for Bilbo Baggins. But I don't know exactly how that's going to work out. So let me fill that back in. But we need some support, so let's go ahead and make our support there, and then probably fill in this other support here. And I'm hoping that's going to look okay. Yeah, okay, I have an idea. Create another support or set of supports in here. So probably more there, and then more on this side. And then so we'll create an inner ring of these supports, and then the outer ring of the supports. Okay, and then probably on the inside here we'll put like a couple of chests, maybe like a little sitting area, just like something to kind of walk through, a nice little area to walk through in here. So we'll put in some staircases over here. And yeah, so let me just go ahead and start figuring out what I want to do, and I'll show you once it's all completed. Alright, so let me show you what I have done so far. So let me just close the door so that any mobs that may be out there don't come in. So far all I have is I put down some flooring. It's an altar, or so like on the outside I have a little bit of this wood, and then on the inside I just have some cobblestone. All of this wood and the cobblestone are half slabs in order to help me save on those resources. Even though, you know, I have abundance of cobblestone already, I still don't know what to do with the walls. On the roof have half slabs of wood and then half slabs of the cobblestone above, just to make it look like there's an extra dimension to it, but still don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the house. Alright, now for a final look at our temporary home. I mean, temporary as in it's going to be improving, but our home, you know, it's looking okay. It's a starter home, so it's not expected to be, you know, all that glamorous. But at the same time, I kind of like how the way that it looks. So it's kind of simple. It's just right now it's a safe spot in order to hold our stuff. But you know, once we end up playing more on this map, then it's going to be expanding. So we're going to be able to expand out in these directions and maybe even create an area, a little cove out here, and just hold more stuff. But well, I guess we're going to figure that out. So I think that's it for this episode. So in the next episode, we'll probably start working on our strip mine, or maybe I'll do that in between episodes and just show you all the resources I've gathered. But yeah, it seems to be it for this episode. Please let me know what you think of this series so far. Let me know in the comments down below. Really helps me out to figure out what I'm doing well and what I can improve on. So please do let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next episode.